Happy Sunday, guys. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Larita. I'm going to talk today about the Cassie versus Diddy Sean Combs lawsuit where Cassie sued him for $30 million on the allegations of rape and physical abuse during the course of their dating, and why that lawsuit settled one day after it was filed. So I'm going to get right into it. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing to our channel. We do lawyer reaction videos. We have a whole playlist of other things, but this particular video is a lawyer reaction. And just based on what I observed and why things happened the way they did, I actually said on Friday, I said, this is going to settle, and then woke up Saturday morning and it settled. So I'm kind of going to walk through what I think my perspective is on this civil matter. So make sure you hit that thumbs up button to make sure that it pushes out to the YouTube algorithm so that it's widely shared with other people. And thanks for joining. Hit in the comment section. Let me know where you're viewing from, what part of the United States, what part of the world you're viewing from. So I'm going to get right into it. So for those of you who don't know, I'm going to share my screen real quick so you can see who I'm talking about. But most of you guys know who Diddy is. He goes by the name Love now, but Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, P. Diddy. He goes by several things. He is a bad boy entertainment mogul in the music industry. He worked with Biggie, worked with a lot of other big names in the music industry. And he's actually branched out since then into vodka and alcohol stuff. He has a brand, or he's a brand ambassador for other alcohol brands. He's had several artists under his name. So he's made a big name for himself in the music industry and beyond that, right? He has a big industry. He has a big, I guess, legacy at this point, right? He was at some point dating Cassie, who is a singer, who is, I believe, maybe 12, 15 years his junior. And they were dating for a while, and they broke up in the last couple of years. She went on and dated somebody else and had a baby with them and seemed to be happy until we see a lawsuit pop up and saying that during the time that they dated, she's alleging that he raped her and was physically abusive to her, right? And people are saying, like, well, why did she pop out of nowhere with this? This is a civil suit. For those of you who don't know, a civil suit is for monetary damages. Criminal would be through the court system and a judge and a jury making the decision. She went the civil route, perhaps because the burden of proof is a little bit less than in the criminal world, and because a lot of these allegations probably happened many, many years ago, and the statute of limitations may have run for some of these allegations. Some people say that she filed because she's low on money, and now she's like, I need some more money. Let me go ahead and get this. I don't know the reason why she delayed filing it, why the lawsuit is right now happening. But she filed last week on, I believe it was Thursday, and then, or maybe Friday, and then it was settled on Saturday. Now, in the legal world, when you file a lawsuit and you file for civil damages, you are asking for a certain amount of money. There's usually lawyers' fees attached to it. Lawyers usually take 40% of whatever judgment you get. So you're paying some lawyers' fees to represent you. You're paying lawyers' fees to defend the case. In his case, he was defending the case against him. And then how long it takes for the trial to happen. Sometimes lawyers bill at a certain amount of money and you have to pay those fees. In his situation, I thought it was in his best interest to settle the case because when you are a high-profile individual and you're on trial for things, a lot of things start coming out about you. And it can possibly negatively impact your reputation. Whether it's true or not, it can possibly negatively impact your reputation, which could cause you to lose money on other business deals, right? So this lawsuit was for $30 million in damages. At his caliber, at his level, he's doing deals greater than that amount. If he risks taking this to trial so that he doesn't have to pay the $30 million, and let's say he loses, or in the midst other things come out that damages his reputation, he can lose out on a $40 million, a $50 million deal. Those, to balance the risk and the reward in his situation, it would probably be cheaper for him to pay her off. I don't know if he paid her the full $30 million. Pay her off, because whatever he paid her is going to be less than what a potential future business deal he can have. Like I mentioned before, he has several deals, not just within the music industry, but with outside the music industry as well. Let's say he paid her $20 million as a settlement. $20 million is a small price to pay in the grand scheme of things if you're going to be able to get another deal that's well over that amount, right? And not to have your business on Front Street. He has children, young children, doesn't want that information on Front Street. I think it also was coming into play. He had some artists under his record label that he recently gave them their publishing rights, and also asked them to sign a non-disclosure agreement, right? And a non-disclosure agreement is basically saying it's a contract that is enforceable in the law that says, okay, we're agreeing to this thing that you agree not to speak on this matter. And if you do, the remedy for it is a breach of contract. They can put into the non-disclosure agreement certain monetary amounts if somebody breaches the contract and actually talks about a matter that was supposedly not discussed in the non-disclosure agreement. He had several of his artists, after he signed he let them have their publishing rights. He asked them to sign a non-disclosure agreement. And some may say that he did that because in the future he saw that some things may come out that he did not want to come out, that could have been used against him negatively. I'm not sure, but a lot of things I think factored into the decision for him to settle, and I think it was a good decision on all parts, right? When you are in a certain status, you have to be careful who you associate with, right? Because it can cost you money, not just the money to deal with them, but the money in the lawsuit damages fees, the reputation damages. You saw how when we had other celebrities on trial, their reputation was kind of dragged through the mud, and it's kind of hard to recover from that. And you don't want to have to start from square one. If you can, I wouldn't call it hush money, but it kind of is hush money to say like, this is going to impact me more positively. I just let it stay right here, let people think what they want, but it hasn't gotten blown out of proportion to the fact that I'm losing business deals yet, right? So I think it was a wise decision on his part. I know a lot of people who are not at his level, like, that's a lot of money. Let's be clear. When you're at that level, $20 million is a small price to pay for that. What do you think in the comment section? Let me know what you think in the comment section about the case. I know a lot of people have had opinions about it. Even one of his former children's mother passed away, and there were some allegations that he perhaps had something to do with it. I can't say, and I will not slander anybody's name about that, but that's some allegations out there. So it already showed you that once this lawsuit was filed, things were coming out of the woodworks already, right? What happened to Kim Porter? What happened to other people that he dealt with? Did you see when he was on this show, he seemed to not interact nicely with Danity Kane, which is one of his former band groups that he managed. So there was a lot of things coming out. And I think if I was his attorney, I would have advised him to kind of like, listen, we need to have this go away. So, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button so that it's shared with the wider YouTube audience. And we have all kind of stuff on our playlist. If you're a veterans, we have a veterans playlist, aspiring law student for pre-law, law school, and beyond. We have regular other lawyer reactions. So check it out on our channel. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.